Hello learners, in this lecture we will see the sequence of a construction project. Who is a client? Who is the architect? What is the role of a civil engineer? What is the role of a structural engineer? And what all subjects we are studying in the engineering? What is the practical application of those subjects? Where we are actually going to utilize or where we are actually putting our knowledge into applications. We'll try to see that everything in this one lecture. Now, let us consider you are a client to me. You have a plot with you and you have a plan to construct a big bungalow for you, right? So how do you proceed with that? So I'm a structural engineer and you have come to me that you have a certain land. Let us say you have a plot of 30 feet by 40 feet and you have a plan of constructing a big bungalow over that. So how do you proceed with that? So that is what I've written it here. So it's a client requirement. So the client requirement can be a 1 BHK house, it can be a 2 BHK house, it can be a 3 BHK house, it can be a bungalow, or let us say you want to put a big residential building in your plot, or let us say you want to put up a big commercial building. Let us say you want to put up a big hotel or a mall. Then how do you do all these things, right? So before that, 1 BHK stands for the B stands for bedroom, H stands for hall, and K stands for kitchen. When I say 1 BHK, it's a 1 bedroom, 1 hall, and 1 kitchen. When I say 2 BHK, it's a 2 bedroom, but 1 hall and 1 kitchen. If I say 3 BHK, again it is 3 bedroom, 1 hall, and 1 kitchen, right? Now let us say you have a plan of constructing a bungalow. Done. So once you have finished that, you're going to come to me, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a architectural plan. So what is architectural plan, how it looks, we'll see that. So to prepare an architectural plan, we require certain softwares. The first software that you can use for preparing any architectural drawing is a AutoCAD software, right? After that, you can make use of a one more software called Revit. Revit is also a good software where you get the 2D and the 3D plan and you can do all the quantity estimations and all. Similarly, you have a Google SketchUp. Google SketchUp is for you to get a 3D elevations, the interior parts and all. Then you have a AutoCAD 3D as well, right? So let us say you come to me for the plan. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare a plan for you of a bungalow. I'll show it. Okay, let us say you have a plan of a 1 BHK. I'm taking a random thing here. So if you come for me for a 1 BHK plan, so this is how a plan that I'm going to give you, right? You're making an entry to your home from here. You have a small hall here. I'll be giving a toilet here, which is a 5 feet by 6 feet 1 inch. Then I'm going to give a bedroom here, which is again 10 feet by 9 feet 9 inch. Then you have a kitchen here. So it's a small 1 BHK plan. So you can see here one bedroom, one kitchen, and a hall is given here, right? Yeah, forget about this. Think that you want to construct a bungalow, so you come to me. So this is a kind of a plan that I have given you. Okay, so it's a ground floor plan what I'm showing you, and this is the option one. You're coming from here, you're making an entry to the house from here. It's a foyer here, a small place where you can sit. From here you're making an entry to a formal or a living room. Again from here you come out, you go to this kitchen. You have a kitchen here. From this kitchen you have a small storeroom here. You have a utility here, and there is a wash basin here. You're going to keep a stove here. Then this is a dining hall what you have. From here you'll go to the master bedroom. Similarly, you have a small puja room here. Then you have another bedroom here, and from here you are going to take the staircase, and adjacent to the staircase you have a one common toilet here, and then you have a rear entry here. So when I'm going to give a plan, I'm not going to give you only one single plan, because each of us have a different view, and each of us have a different thinking. So that is the reason whenever you approach to me, I'm going to give two three different plans, so that at least anyone you are going to like it. So that is the reason you can see here option 4. Okay, you can see option 4 written here. It's okay. Okay, give me a minute, I'm gonna do it correctly. So this is the option 4 what we had seen. Similarly, we'll try to see the option 1. I should have shown this option 1 first, then the option 4. It's okay. So this is another option here is given, right? So again, you're making an entry from here. You're going to park your vehicle here. You're making an entry from here. You have a living room here. You have a kitchen here. Then there is a small puja room here. You have a dining here. You have a staircase here. From here you make an entry to the bedroom. Then you have a attached dresser and a attached washroom. Similarly, from here you make an entry to the bedroom. You have a attached dresser and a toilet. This is a option 1 now. Similarly, I'm going to give you another option. You can see here it's option 2 here. Again, you're going to make entry from here. From here you're going to make entry. You have a foyer here. You have a living room here. Then you have a bedroom here. Then you have a dresser here for this particular bedroom. You have a dining here. The staircase is given here. You have a dresser here, and then you have a toilet here. So here you have a bedroom. You have a puja room here, a kitchen here. So this is option 2 you are given. Now coming to the last option, or let us say option 3. So in this you make an entry from here. We enter here. You have a foyer here, right? From here, this is a living room what you have. Then you have a staircase here. You have a master bedroom here, puja room here, and so on. So in this way I'm going to give you different plans, so that at least one you're going to like it. Similarly, I'll show you for other thing, like if it is a, yeah, this is option 4 which we already seen, right? So this is the option 4 what we had seen. Yeah. So in the same way, let us say you have a 2 BHK plan. So this is how a 2 BHK plan looks. This is how a 3 BHK plan looks, right? So again, this is another 3 BHK plan. Fine. So once this is done, let us say this is a plan what you had liked. Out of the 4 different plans what I had shown to you, this is a plan which you liked, and you told me that you're going to go with this particular plan. So then what we are going to do, I'll go back to the PPT again. Yeah. So once I prepare the architectural plan, like option 1, option 2, option 3, after that I'm going to send the drawings back to the client. So once you are a client to me, now you have liked one of the plan which I had told. So let us say the option 4 is a plan which you liked. So you are saying that this is a final plan I would like to go. So once you say that that is a final plan that you like, what I'm going to do after that, I'm going to do the analysis and the design. Let me keep it here. Yeah. So I'm going to do the analysis and the design. So what do you mean by analysis and the design? So far what I've shown you, it's only just a plan, and the column locations has been shown. But this building is not designed, right? I don't know what kind of load is coming on that. For that particular loading, what should be the thickness of my slab? What should be the dimension of my column? What should be the dimension of my beam? What should be the size of the foundation? All these things is not yet decided. For that, we need to do the analysis, and then we have to do the design, and then we have to do the detailing of that. For that, we have other softwares like ETABS. We have a software like STAD Pro. You have other software. If you want to do the foundation designs, then you have a software called SAFE. So far what we were telling is about the residential buildings or the commercial buildings. Let us say you're working on a project for some government projects. You want to design a bridge. So in that case, ETABS will not help you. You can make use of a STADPro software and design a bridge. Or there is a company called CSI. They have their own software called CSI Bridge. Similarly, in this way we have different softwares and all, right? So again, once the analysis and designing is done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make use of these softwares like ETABS and STADPro, and I'm going to design it. So before that, now let us say whatever plan I had shown you, that is a 2D plan. Let us say you're interested to know more about your home, like how the interior is going to look, how the 3D elevation of your house is going to look. In that case, what you can do, you can make use of the softwares like Google SketchUp, 3D Max and all, and you can do that. For example, I'll show you one of the image of that. Yeah. So even in this way, you can prepare it. Even before you enter into your home, you can get an idea or a look how your house is going to look, right? So this is a kitchen area. This is a dining area. This is how your bed is going to look. This is a washroom area. We have another bedroom here, right? In this way, you're going to get a interiors of your home. So this is another elevation, a 3D elevation of your house, how your house is going to look. Similarly, this is another. So far what we saw was a ground floor. Again, let us say you want to see how your first floor is going to look. So you can see a staircase here, right? Then again you have a bedroom here, you have a bedroom here. So in this way you're going to get. So for the same plan what I had shown you, the 5 BHK plan, for that if you want to have a 3D elevation, so this is how a 3D is going to look, right? So this is from here you make an entry, you had to park your vehicle here, this was your kitchen area, and this is how the elevation is going to look. So in this way if you're ready to spend the money, uh, these people are there are people, those are architects and all, they're going to give you the 3D elevations, the interiors and everything, right? So in this way we have different categories, based on that we are going to release the drawings and all these elevations. Done. So this was all about the architect. This is how the architect and this interior designer, this is what their role is all about. Now from here whatever I'm going to explain you, it's a role of a structural engineer and a civil engineer. So like I mentioned, I'll go back to the PPT again. Like I mentioned, you can make use of the softwares like ETABS, STAD Pro, Safe and all. So I'll show you the ETABS software, how it looks and how we are going to do the designing and all. Yeah. So this is how we try to model the buildings with the help of a ETABS software. Whatever we saw was just a plan, right? Now here really we try to model the same building with the help of a ETABS software. We try to apply all the loads on this. We try to size the column. What should be the size of the column? What should be the size of the beam? What should be the thickness of the slab and all? And this is how we try to prepare it. Let me show you the 3D view of this. Right, so this is how your building looks, you can see it here. So this is how your building looks. So we are going to design this. Yeah, similarly I show you to, this is one software called ETABS. Similarly let us say you have another different building. Again this is how we have modeled the building. We are going to model the beams, the columns, the slabs and all, right? So once we do the modeling and all, we do the analysis and all, finally we get the answer. Like after this after the analysis we say that for this particular building I want to provide a 230 by 450 sizes of the beam, 300 by 450 dimensions of the column. The size of the footing has to be like 2 meter by 3 meter. The depth of the footing has to be 300 mm. This much steel has to be provided. All those things we are going to prepare, and once we prepare that we are going to release the drawings to the client. So those drawings which you are going to release, they are called as GFC drawings, that is good for construction drawings. Let me show it again, you can see it here. Release the drawings to the client for the construction. GFC stand for good for construction. I'll show you the AutoCAD software as well. I did not show it. Whatever drawing whatever ETABS model I had shown you, this is a architectural plan for that. So this is how it is planned with help of a AutoCAD softwares, right? Let me show you one more plan as well. So this is a big bungalow plan what they have prepared. Again, with the help of AutoCAD, we are going to prepare all these things, right? You can see here it's a bedroom here, the kitchen portion, another bedroom, the entry, then we have a car parking here, and everything will be shown here. Then this is just an architectural plan. Similarly you can see one more yeah, so this is one more plan. So different plans, different architect, based on the requirement of the client we are going to do all these things. Yeah, so once all these things are done, we are going to release the drawings to the client, right? So we'll see that how those drawings are going to look. Give me a minute, I'll try to show those structural drawings. Yeah, so let us consider this is a plan. Now for this plan, you have done a model with help of ETABS software. Then you are going to release the drawings. So this is the first drawing that you are going to release. So in these drawings, you are going to mention what should be the size of your footing. Let me try to zoom in. You can see it here. This is a footing schedule. What grade of concrete you have to use. Then what is the size of your footing, the length of your footing, the breadth of your footing, the depth of your footing, what reinforcement you have to use, whether you have to use 8 bar, 10 bar, 12, 16, what should be spacing between the bar, how a typical cross section of a building is going to look. All these things you are going to put it in the form of a drawing, right? In this way, you're going to prepare the drawing for what should be the size of your column, what should be the size of the column, what reinforcement you need to use in the column. All these things you're going to release the drawings. Similarly, how your plinth beam layout is going to look. Similarly, how your ground floor layout is going to look. You can see it here, right? Ground floor beam layout. Similarly, if you're putting up a beam, what kind of reinforcement you want to put in a beam, what should be this, diameter of the bar that you need to put, right? You can see it here, that is in this particular beam of 230 by 380 size, you need to provide 12 diameter 3 bar at the top, 12 diameter 3 bar in the bottom, and this is the stirrups that you need to place, and all these things you may find it bit difficult to understand now since it's an initial lecture. So in this way we have to prepare. In the same way, how a slab details is going to look, what should be the thickness of a slab. You can see here 150 thick slab is written here. What is the diameter of the bar you are going to use, how, what kind of slab it is, all those things will be mentioned in the structural drawings. So in this way we are going to release the drawings. So I'll go back to that PPT again. Yeah. So once the first drawing we already seen is the footing layout. Then we see, when we have seen the column layout, the plinth beam layout, ground floor's column reinforcement, first floor beam details, first floor slab details, overhead tank details. Then if you have some miscellaneous drawings in this way, as a structural consultant, I'll try to release all the drawings. Once the drawings are released, now we have to do the actual execution of the work, right? So far what we have seen the models, we had seen the drawings and all. Now it's up, once we finish this, these drawings will be sent back to the client. Since you are a client, I'll be sending this drawing back to you. Now you have to get this building constructed. So now what you're going to do, the client will give work of execution to whomever he wants. That is a contractor. Let us say you know some contractor, so you give a work to him, you award this work to him. If it is a government projects and all, they call for the tenders, and different big companies, they come, they bid for the tender, and based on that, based on their experience, based on the price they have quoted, we are going to offer the project for them, right? Yeah. So let us say you are given a work for some a local contractor whom you know. So what the contractor is going to do, the contractor is going to do the execution of the project. So how he is going to do the execution? First he's going to come to the site. Let us say it's a, if it is a very big site and all, we'll try to do the soil testing and all, because we need to make sure that your soil is capable of taking the load and all. Anyway, the soil testing will be done, and only then these things will be carried out. Okay. So only after the soil testing is done, the footing layout and all will be given, because it all completely depends on what is the capacity of the soil, right? And after that we are going to do the marking on the site, right? Then after that you are going to do the, put the laying of PCC. Then you are going to do the shuttering works, the reinforcement work, the concreting of the footing, the column, beam, slab, and everything, whatever is the finishing activities, like the painting, the plastering, the painting, the woodwork, the interior work, everything will be executed by this contractor. And once that is done, finally is going to hand over that particular project to the client, that you are a client, he is going to give, and then you're going to make him the payment. Anyhow, this payment is not done at the end of a project. We'll have certain agreements with the contractor, that let us say after 20% of the work I'll be releasing the uh, money to you. Or let us say first floor, if the slab is casted, I'm going to give you money. In that way you'll be having a mutual agreement with the contractor. So in this way the entire project sequence is going to happen. Now the biggest question is that whatever you're studying in engineering in the college, where do you find the application of that? So if you are learning the AutoCAD, the Revit and all, the application comes in the architectural plan, right? So if you are very good at AutoCAD software, if you are very good at Revit software, then what you can do, you can prepare all this architectural plan. That is, you can prepare a plan something like this, what I was showing it here. So all these plans you can prepare with help of AutoCAD software. If you are very good at AutoCAD, you can prepare all these softwares and all, right? I mean, you can prepare all these plans and all. The second question is that where do you find the application of this analysis and designing? Whatever you study in engineering, like the subjects called strength of materials, structural analysis, RCC, reinforcement concrete, then steel structures, and whatever most of the subjects that we study in engineering, they find their application in this particular part, that is analysis and designing, especially in terms of ETABS software, StatPro software, safe. Because if I take you to the software, whatever we have studied in the engineering is the bending moment, the shear forces and all. Let me try to show one video. Let me try to run this. Yeah, okay, I'll try to run this. Yeah, you can see all these things we studied in the engineering days, that is a bending moment. At the support you get negative bending moment, you did something like fixed end moments, then you get a sagging moment here, that is a positive bending moment. Again you get a negative bending moment. These things we manually did in engineering. Whatever we did in our engineering, the same practical things we are seeing it here, how these things are applied in the practical projects. Similarly for the shear force, then everything we studied, those things comes in the designing and the analysis part. Right now again going back to the same thing. Now these things whatever we have, like the footing layout, the column layout here, whatever we studied, like the subjects like concrete technology, then building materials and constructions, right, geotechnical engineering, those subjects will find their applications once we start doing the execution of the work. That is, when we go to the executing of the work, we are going to, whatever in surveying, whatever we learned, everything will put that application when we start to work on the real projects, right? So that means, let us say, see, these are the construction methodology course that we are going to take up, right? So in this way, here we will be learning all these things, whatever surveying you are learned, those things we are going to do it here. This is how the foundation marking is done, right? You can see it here. So these are the foundation marking, how we have to do it. Then similarly, this is how the excavations will be done. So excavations, how we are going to do all those things we studied in uh, quantity estimation classes. So whatever we are learning in quantity estimation classes, that applications will put it here. Similarly, we have a lot of things, PCCs and all, right? So this entire thing here in the construction methodology course, we'll be learning all these things, how these entire things are put up, how to understand this, the structural drawings, how the footing mesh is put up, how the column is kept, how the concreting is done, what is cover blocks, what are the importance of that, and how the concreting is done. These things we are going to find the applications in the entire course of construction methodology. And whatever we studied in the engineering, those things we find the applications once we start working. And here we find the applications of concrete technology and BMC subjects and all, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this was a complete sequence of construction project. I hope this is understood up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.